remember how to do this?
No, I don't.
Because I'm not sure I do.
Mouth not moving.
Well, it is.
Yes, stuff coming out, bits, things, stuff, what?
Yeah. I mean, one of the first things that we know is that you shouldn't have fiddly things in your hand that make a noise while you're recording, should you?
No.
So
I've made a big mistake.
I definitely need to put that down, don't
Yes.
I? Right, okay.
Sorry. Should we talk about something else other than TEF footballs?
Well, you know how these things work.
Yeah.
Because podcasts are not something that are consumed instantly.
No.
They are not, more's the pity, like a radio programme from 1991.
Okay.
Where it goes out into the ether once and then disappears except onto a few cassettes.
Poof!
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the person who is listening to this, God help their soul, could be listening at a time when it's not the middle of a heat wave.
No.
And there's not football on the television.
There's always football on the telly. Feels like there's been football on the telly for the last
18 years?
Yes.
Okay.
In the middle of the night.
Right. Other singles by Magic Affair are available.
Hello, this is Albumble.
The podcast where we talk about albums.
Yeah, we listen to stuff we didn't listen to the first time round. Or something like that.
Stuff that's been released recently.
Yeah.
Or any variety.
Here's some reviewings.
Yes.
Sorry it's been a long time, but it's been busy.
Life has got in the way somewhat.
We will get back into it, I think. Maybe.
Okay.
Possibly.
Okay.
Yes. Right. Do we have any business to attend to?
Business updates are as follows.
Noisy woman.
I mean, that's a bit inconsiderate, isn't it? Going out riding a motorcycle around on a day like...
Yeah.
Anyway, when people are obviously going to be sat at home recording podcasts next to their open window. Pulp have a live album coming out to obviously celebrate their...
Live from a concert?
I believe so. I think it may be derived from a number of concerts.
Oh, right, okay.
Adult DVD have a new single out, which is called Real Tree Lee, and I believe there is an album coming soon as well. And Anthony Schmierich has a new album out in August called Decoding Birdsong, which I have pre-ordered.
Nice. Joost Klein is still on world tour.
Jost's World. Is this like Trevor and Simon? It's Jost's World on tour.
Yes, it is. Yeah. He's everywhere. And well done to Bulgaria for winning Eurovision. Who saw that coming?
Oh, was there a Eurovision?
Yes, there was.
Somebody should have mentioned it.
Yeah, which the Martins tried to ruin, but failed.
Okay.
Vaguely, although music orders are down, YouTube views are down, viewership of the contest down. Oh, it's almost like there's something wrong.
It's almost like it's being run by status quo.
Yes.
Down.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Right. We are going to talk about...
the 1987 album, Babacar.
Yes, by France Gall.
Yes.
So, a Eurovision link there. Do you see what I did there?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
well done.
yeah.
Yeah, gold star for you.
So, France won... Well, she didn't actually win it for France, which is...
It was for Luxembourg, wasn't it?
Yes. So, she won it with Poupée de Cire, Poupée de Son.
Yes, a.k.a. the theme from Grandstand, as I've now decided.
Yes. You never see them together, do you? Yeah, she had a... Look, I'm not going to go into the whole thing now, but that woman had a terrible time. Just in life. She just...
But it seems to have... She had a checkered life.
Yes.
From what I've read.
Yes.
Because obviously she had great success.
Yes.
And she lost her husband very early.
Yes.
But there was obviously a lot of light and a lot of shade.
Yes.
I think what can be said is that she had a real life.
Yes, she had a real
as opposed to a superstar's version of a life.
Yes.
By the way, if anyone's watching The American Traitors, why?
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was kind of her 80s comeback album.
Yes.
Kind of.
It has that feel to it, doesn't
Yes,
it?
which most of her songs at this time and further on were with her partner in life at the time.
Yes.
Michelle Berger.
Michelle Berger,
I
I
can never
believe.
remember because, well, not that I can't remember, just that Michael can be said in so many different ways depending on which European country you're in.
Yes, and his real name being Michel Hamburger.
Yes, I can understand why you changed it.
He might want to make it the German pronunciation.
That is
Michael.
actually true.
So,
Of which spawned quite a lot of very successful songs, which are still being covered now.
yes, yeah.
Right, shall we go
Is it time for the bit of introduction music?
Yes.
Which I've dusted off.
Ooh!
I mean, it had gone to the back of the cupboard.
A bit mouldy.
And was gone a bit green.
Oh,
but
dear.
I've got it out. I rinsed it under some warm water.
You'll be fine,
I've got
yeah.
most
Did you
of-
sniff it?
I tried not to be honest. It was making me hurl. But yes, let's see how it sounds.
Let's see how it went.
So, before we start talking about this too much,
Okay.
I will preface this by saying that I haven't looked into a huge amount of backstory.
Okay.
I think I know sort of inspiration behind one of the songs.
Yes, okay.
And aside from that, I am trying to treat this fairly objectively, just as the recorded album.
Okay, yep, yep.
Without any other investment in it.
Okay, no problem.
So I am coming to it afresh,
Yes.
I hope.
Okay.
So anyway, track 1 is Papillon de Nuit,
Yes.
Butterfly of the Night. I
Or
believe.
Moth.
Moth of the Night, okay.
Well, it could be moth, because obviously they come out at night, don't they?
Yeah, okay.
So I think it can be both.
Or
I
perhaps...
don't think it's really,
might be a butterfly with a head torch.
yeah, it could be. I know, it's serious.
We've found our level
Yes.
already. So track 1, Butterfly with a head torch.
This is a nice, very 80s,
Yes.
slightly rocky.
Yeah.
That drum beat is very prominent.
It's big hair rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
It kind of put me in the same space of when we reviewed that very bad Go West album.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, this had a bit of charm to it.
And this was recorded 6 years before
Yes,
that was,
exactly. So you could get away with it.
Yeah.
Really, it's a nice, very open way of starting the album.
Yeah.
The album, without going too much into spoilers, does get a little bit nichey. There
Yeah.
are some bits where you can go, that's got a this influence or that has got a that influence. This is very, not in a terrible way, but this is possibly quite generic.
Yes. My first impressions, I came into this completely
Yeah.
blind. I had no idea what to expect from it. And I don't know, perhaps I was expecting something a little bit more sort of classic pop sounding. Obviously, she is known as being a chanson chanteuse.
Yeah, she was big with the yay singing in the
Yes.
60s.
And obviously the 60s pop is well documented. But this opening track fits us firmly into that sort of emerging dance music sound
Yes.
with synth pop going on as well, which, bearing in mind this was recorded during 1986 and released in 87,
Yes.
is very forward
Yes.
looking and gets a lot of it right as well.
Yeah,
in this song.
there's not, throughout the whole thing, it's not very overproduced. It's not very, like, in the music.
Yeah.
Everything is very precise and used when it's needed to.
Yes, I think in a few places, perhaps not on this track, but I think in a few places it could do with a few more rough edges.
Yes, yes.
Because it does feel as though it's been very well polished once it's come off of the production line. The song itself, though, it's well put together.
Yeah.
Perhaps a little bit unadventurous, but then again, if you're getting that sound, that forward-looking sound right, and
Yes.
it's not sounding wrong this year's later, you've done something right.
Yeah.
And upbeat synth pop music is never tiresome.
No, no. And I think because it gets so much right, I would say most of the album has translated quite well.
Yeah.
To even nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels very 80s without feeling like, oh, that sounds really 80s.
But it does help that the 80s sound has remained so distinct and so ubiquitous in the music world. So I think that helps matters.
Right.
Track 2 is Dancing Brave.
Dancing Brave.
Or Dancing Brave.
Yes, it's very much Dancing Brave. So because I know the story behind this song in particular.
Okay.
So tell me what you thought of the song.
Right, if I'm honest, this one passed me by a little more.
Yes.
This is very much more in the mould of what I was expecting
Yes.
to start with.
Yes.
It's a lilting chanson which would be pretty unremarkable, perhaps, if you heard it on a French nostalgia radio station. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to give.
So this doesn't work well on podcasts, but
here's a picture.
That's Dancing Brave.
She has a horse outside.
It's a horse.
Right, okay.
So I remember Dancing Brave in the 80s.
All right.
He, she, it, I can't remember what kind of. Basically, what was like the flat racing king, queen, royalty. So the song is basically about a horse.
Right, okay, that's fine, yeah.
So I think it's a very kind of... I've seen the video to this song, and it's basically very long, slowed down shots of horses.
Is it basically the intro to Trainer?
Yes!
From the BBC
Yes.
One in
Yes.
about the same sort of era, a few years later, perhaps.
I can kind of imagine that song being, the theme tune to a horse-based...
Okay.
So, yes, it's a very slow... I think it's kind of from I don't want to say it's from the horse's point of view, but it's... Oh, I've lost it now. I did have it on here. Yes. So it's all about kind of the horse showing what they can do because they can't talk.
Okay.
So I think it's very allegorical.
Right, okay.
Is the word, which makes it quite French.
Yeah,
I can't imagine there being, an English one called,
Sure,
Desert Orchid, or Red Rum, or something. I can imagine the Irish having like a little, a little jig about their
horse. Would it be called Mrs. McGinty's horse?
Yes.
Okay.
So yes. It is a little bit of an odd number.
Yes.
Out of all the songs on there, really, it does stand out.
The thing is, it perhaps stands out to me as just being a little bit unremarkable.
Yes.
And does feel like a lot of more generic French pop of that period.
Yes.
And beyond, to be honest.
Yes.
Track 3 is the title track of the album. Babacar.
Babacar. Yes. So, Babacar was the name of a boy.
Right.
I believe from the Senegal area.
Right.
And basically, to cut a very long story short, this is where the story goes a little bit.
Strap in, kids.
Yeah. I think the thought was that France and Michel were going to adopt members of the family from
French territories.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it did not work out for
Anyone
reasons.
Involved? Okay.
For reasons. But I think they did do lots of charity work and did send the family money and help. And so they did keep on being involved in the child's life.
Yeah.
And that is where the name of the song comes from.
Okay.
So in the song it goes, Babacar, où es-tu?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Yeah.
So it that's where the origins of the song come to. I think it's also fair to say that when you've listened to this song and you listen to another song that happens not too far away, they do sound rather similar.
Yeah.
But I would also say when you have got one hell of an idea, stretching it to 2 songs is not a bad thing when you're on a roll.
I know people who've had one idea and have just stretched that out to a whole album.
Yes.
So we're back in the realm of synth pop here.
Yes.
I really like the prominent bass that this opens with.
Yes.
Before it sort of leads into an expanse of a song. This is a landscape of a song.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of work has gone on to make this sound as big as it does. This feels to me as sort of the midpoint between the first 2 tracks musically. So we have a more impassioned vocal perhaps with more accomplished musical direction in it. And it does feel a little bit overproduced to me. And it feels as though the song has had any attack polished out of it.
Yes. It's quite weak. Out of the 2 songs that sound similar, this one is the slightly weaker one. I think this song is interesting because I do feel, or I do hear, those hints of what we would now call world music. Yeah. That bass.
Yes, I hadn't
There's
thought
a
about
lot
that,
of bass that come up in the next few songs that has that, you can imagine Jules Holland with, here's the next new big thing from insert African country here. And there being that kind of...
starting off like
that. Staccato, thumpy bass with the brass coming in kind of thing.
It could have gone more horribly wrong, though.
Yes.
Because she could have got Peter Hook involved.
Well, yes. So I think you can hear the seeds of that. But it doesn't feel... It still feels very French.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, without doubt, yeah.
Right,
so,
should we move on?
Track 4 is J'irai où tu iras, which I think sounds like a title from an exercise in a French textbook.
Oh, what does it mean?
It means I irai or you ira. My French is not that
good. Sorry, I thought you had translated it for us.
You need to go. You know by now. You need to go further north in Europe to get languages that I have any kind of talent for. So, I shall quickly look that up.
So this one starts off with some more bass while you're looking. This one is the song that I think is going to turn into Kaylee by Marillion. Okay. Every time I hear it, I feel, do you remember? But it doesn't kind of go that way.
So it has less fish.
Yes, a bit less fish.
It means I'll go wherever you go.
This is another kind of what's the word you'd use? Synthy pop type. There's some more bass coming in. There's lots of that kind of repetitiveness.
Yes.
It kind of follows on as a nice kind of entree from the last number. There's a few things that still kind of pump up in there, but is slightly different. As I said, this album is very good at having a very good idea.
Yes.
And pumping off lots of little sacks of that idea.
Yeah.
Sac magique, almost.
I had an idea early on in this.
Yes.
Which I then really struggled to shake.
Which was
that this sounds cinematic. This sounds like incidental music from a film. This is playing during a cutscene where the young professional woman in Paris is making a way between the two dual lives that she leads and keeps them both separate, whilst at the time her acting into the scenery tells you how much of a toll this takes on her personally. More motorbikes, thank you. And how much of a burden on her soul this double life is.
Yes.
So that's where I got to with it, and that's
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
The problem is that for me, particularly when it's songs in a language that I'm not fluent in, it can get to a point where it's creating the image around it rather than creating rather than having connection through the words. So
I think that's why actually having songs in languages you're not familiar in are actually quite interesting to review.
Yes.
Because how you feel and what the song is about can sometimes be two different things.
Yes.
And actually you then hear or feel something else when you know what the song is about.
Yes, that is true. So we now flip the album over to side 2. And we start off with a song that may be familiar to more people than not.
Yep.
Ella, ella, la.
Ella, ella.
Yes.
So this is like the big song.
Yes.
I actually don't know if this was the big song at the time. Because there is a song later on. Well, there is a song later on that did very well in the charts.
Yeah.
But I think this one has been able to maintain its status as a fabulous French song.
Yeah.
As a dance song,
as an anthem.
Yeah. The way that the lyrics kind of talk about, in particular, black people.
Yeah.
But not in a way that's like they're there.
Yes.
You know, can seem a little bit. What did they used to call it when Comic Relief used to go into places? And
I want to say whitewashing, but that's not right. Yeah,
it's
all right.
You know, like it was more like, I appreciate what you've done.
Yes.
And in particular, talking about Ella Fitzgerald.
Yes, yeah.
Being the Ella.
I think that's the one bit of background that I knew about anything on this album. And
this has been covered here, there, and everywhere.
Yes.
But I mean, I know you probably remember the Kate Ryan version.
Interestingly, not a hit in France. Pretty much everywhere else, not in France.
I can kind of, I mean, it's not really that dissimilar it's a bit more modern.
Yeah.
But
it's very interesting. You look at chart performance of France Gall's,
yes,
particularly the singles, and they were generally better received in Wallonia,
Yeah.
in Belgium, than they were in France.
Yeah.
So it seems, whether it's sort of more a northern thing in
Possibly.
France that sort of was getting more traction
Yeah.
up there, but it's. I find it unsurprising that this is the standout track on the album, because this is obviously what brought her international success.
Yes.
Particularly. The forthright chorus in this is probably the best hook on the album.
And I like the way it's got a very odd time signature, but you don't really realise it's an odd time signature.
No.
At the time of listening to it. It
No.
feels very natural.
Yes. By the time we get to the brass stabs at the end, it's clear that there is ambition here beyond just let's write a good pop song.
Yeah.
This is sort of going into
full out.
Yeah, big landscape structure.
Yes. Again, you can hear the world music.
Yeah.
African influence.
Yeah.
Obviously, it feels a bit more, don't want to say genuine, but it does, considering the lyrics.
Yeah.
The soundscape also goes with it. The video to this is also full of black imagery.
Yeah.
And kind of there's bits of people doing jitterbug dancing and social dances. You've also got the people who did the Black Power salute at the Olympics. So you've got a lot of that's kind of pushing them up.
Yeah.
Rather than, I don't know, not pushing them down, but pushing them up instead of putting yourself up.
Yes, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes. It's raising them on a platform rather than standing on the platform with them. Yeah.
Yes.
I was pleased with this that it didn't feel overblown.
No.
When you are making music like this, which makes a statement, it can be really easy to go far too far with it.
Yes.
And end up becoming a nonsense parody of what you were trying to do originally.
Yes.
So I really like the fact that there's also restraint in there.
Yeah.
There's conviction, but it comes with knowing exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, it does. Again, it doesn't feel too long.
No.
Which is interesting because it is nearly 5 minutes long.
Yes.
But it doesn't feel like they're ringing something out.
No. It feels as though that's its natural course. It's very interesting, I find, having a lot of interest in dance music, particularly since the start of the 90s. There are certain songs which work beautifully as a radio edit. There are certain songs which work beautifully as 7 minutes.
Yes.
And there are certain ones when you hear a radio edit of something or you hear something that's stretched out, that feels wrong.
I mean, we have the similar conversation when we have the long version at San Remo. And then they try and, I mean, they Franco Gabbani it, don't they?
Yes, yeah.
Which is when you hack a song.
Yeah. It doesn't pay. A lot of songs have a natural sort of size and world to them, which it's not right to try and make that bigger or smaller because it just doesn't work. Anyway, on to song number 6, which is Évidemment, a floating bubble of a song.
Yes.
And the one thing I find it very difficult to write anything about this because it is so ambient and it's so wafty.
Yes, it is.
That the only thing I could say about it was at least it doesn't fade out at the end. There's a lot of these songs do have the go west fade on the end.
At that time, wasn't it? It was very rare you had a song that just
had
ended.
a proper end to it. Yeah.
So, Évidemment. I don't know whether you remember. Oh God, what was her name? There was a French Eurovision song.
I did remember.
Évidemment.
Yes.
Which was spelt slightly differently, I'm guessing, because they didn't want it to clash
Yeah.
with an already famous French song called Évidemment.
Yeah.
So this song was written in tribute to another singer called Daniel Balavoine.
Oh, yes, I know. Yeah.
So, who died, I believe, in I was going to say coach crash. I mean, a plane crash.
Right, okay.
I think. Some years earlier. So, this song and another song was written in tribute to him. And I think you can kind of feel that softness.
Yes.
It did actually feel like not, I don't want to say a happy tribute, but a very reminiscent tribute.
Yes.
Without being too down.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
It's not dour, it's not overblown.
No.
Because when people write tribute songs, they can tend to get a bit theatrical.
Yes.
And
this is almost the opposite, isn't it?
Yeah. But this is quiet, it's meditative.
Yes.
And yeah, I must admit, I didn't know that was about it. The reason I know of Daniel
How do you know him?
Balavoine is there was a covers album of his song doing the rounds 2013, 2014.
All right, okay.
Which would have been, I think, one of the summers we were on holiday in France.
Oh, what was that?
Well, the song that I remember from it was Zaz had a song, Tu l'écris.
Yes.
I believe that was called.
Oh, okay.
So that's the reason why I'm aware of his
okay.
of his oeuvre. So he would have been a very recent fatality when this album was being recorded. He died at the start of 1986.
Ah, okay.
So there we go.
There we go. And then the song after that is La Chanson d'Azima, which d'Azima is Daniel Balavoine's widow.
Ah, okay.
So we have a bit of a double. I think when Évidemment was released as a single,
yes,
that was also the B-side.
Right, okay.
So these two come as a kind of couplet.
Yes.
And were very much a couplet because they were then released in that way
yes.
as well.
Yes.
So it was no coincidence that these two songs were then next to each other on the album.
Yes. So Michel Berger had an influence, wrote songs for Daniel Balavoine as well. So obviously it was a very close loss, I should imagine, to the family. For a song that's called Chanson, I found this really interesting because it's got probably the most interesting structure of anything, and the way it's put together. And again, it's that understated thing of not going throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yes.
And we're sort of treated to a quieter, less sparse landscape. It's almost that, whereas a lot of French pop will take you along the tourist trail and show you all the big sights, this is taking you down the quieter path. And saying, look at these things around us.
But it's quite interesting you say that, because Azima was from Northern Africa.
Right.
So a lot of this song, the imagery in the song, is actually of deserts, of kind of landscapes with very little.
Yes.
And you can kind of hear that as well.
Yes.
In the soundscape.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Okay. I don't feel too bad about taking the right thing away. But that I think shows us what a well-constructed piece of music that is. If the imagery that is coming to me with knowing nothing about it isn't a million miles away from the intended, that's a win, I think.
Yeah.
Track number 8 is Urgent d'attendre. We're back in soundtrack territory here, I think.
Yes. There is a kind of I don't like a treadmill.
Do you know
almost.
Do you know what it is?
Go on.
Because I thought I've
Go
got
on.
to write this. So I can't help but think that Michel Berger had been watching a lot of action films.
Yes.
And if you think how 1980s action films sound, whether they're French or American, because they were much of a muchness, you have the action sequences, you have the Harold Faltermeyer-esque
yes, I can hear
synth pop landscape going on. And particularly the final third of it, where you sort of have a breakdown, and then the insistent refrain running through the end of it, particularly feels of that mould.
Yes.
The whole thing of it is heading that direction for me.
Yes. It's got quite a slightly angular nature about it.
Yeah.
There's a certain, I don't know whether it's the kind of beat of it, but it does feel, I don't want to say off kilter, but you feel like you are on edge.
Yeah.
Ever so slightly, which I guess when it's called urgent d'attendre, which means something about urgently waiting.
Yes.
Or waiting urgently. I don't really...
The urgent need to wait.
So you've got that kind of juxtaposition, that's the word, that's obviously going on in the song, that is echoed in the kind of constant...
But it's a common theme in late 80s pop culture, isn't it?
Yes.
Because it's in the films, it's in the music that surrounds those, and I think this is their take on it.
Yep.
So that leaves us to the final track on the album.
Yes.
C'est bon que tu sois là.
Yes.
It's nice when you're with me.
Yes, I'm glad you're here.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I wouldn't be able to do the podcast on my own.
Well, you could do.
I could do, couldn't I? But, you know.
What do I add to this, frankly?
This is a nice, slower, slight, like cool down.
Yes.
Almost to the album. It still has some of the auditory links.
Yeah.
But is slower. There's much more space going on.
Yeah.
France has got her slightly smaller voice.
Yes.
On her rather than her kind of big shouty voice.
Yes.
Not that she shouts, but she definitely does have a big voice and a small voice.
Yes.
And it kind of does slightly act as like a fade out.
Yeah.
To the whole thing.
Yes.
Not just as a song, but as the album exits from your ears.
I think it's a bit of a case of leave them with some drama.
Yes.
The song itself feels quite understated and is almost threatening to float off at the end, but then that amazing synth brass comes in to remind you that it is still 1986 or 1987, whichever works best for you. And that is, I think, sums up an awful lot about this album in how that...
I think it does say a lot about the pop culture at that time.
Yeah.
But also specifically in France.
Yes.
I mean, if you think about... I can't think of a synth-based music.
Yeah.
In the past. And especially the recent past. A lot of it has been drilled and perfected by French musicians.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, people like Daft Punk, for example.
Yeah.
They have really forged a corner of that kind of synthy pop.
It's drawn from that and from... There was a lot of French... disco around
a lot
in the late 70s as well.
Yes.
And I think it's all sort of it comes about sort of on a generational.
And then you've also got the African influence that you get from people like Black M, Magic System.
Yeah.
Maitre Jim's or wherever he's called this week.
Yeah. Just called Jim now.
Jim now.
Yeah.
I was going to say something there. I'm not going to.
Oh, right, okay. Were we about to get cancelled then, darling?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can kind of see how some of the songs from here
Yeah.
kind of flow
Yes.
into those things, and a lot of the French pop that's around nowadays.
Yes, it's a part of the evolution,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes.
So,
And I can understand why certain songs on here keep on getting revisited.
yes. Yeah.
Because something will come back into fashion
Yeah.
and we'll go, oh, let's do this.
Yes.
Which reminds me, actually, talking about Kate Ryan earlier.
Yeah.
Obviously, she did Ella Ella.
Yeah.
She also did Babacar.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
And then, obviously, she then did all of Mylene Farmer's
Yes,
back catalogue.
yes. Yeah, once she discovered her market.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But,
So,
yes.
Right, okay. I think that brings us to the end of this
To
section.
fa. Right, before we crack on, I just want to, because I know what people are like. They like pointing out shit when it's wrong.
Do we have a clarification?
Yeah, it's a very small clarification, because I got two bits of information mixed up.
Okay.
But it still stands.
Okay.
So, the song Évidemment that we were talking about,
Yeah.
what was about Daniel
Balavois.
and his wife.
Right.
Okay, but the song Chanson d'Azima
Right.
wasn't about his wife, but was about another family in the desert in Mali or Senegal.
Oh, right, okay.
That possibly was going to get adopted, helped,
Right, okay.
and the child was called Azima.
Okay.
So, but still, all the things about it being desert and
Yes.
landscape and still is a fair point.
That's
But-
all right.
Okay. It's just the two bits are quite next to each other on the thing, so...
And when are you going to resign as a result of this? Bit of politics for you there, lads.
Yeah.
So,
It's your turn, because that was my choice.
yes.
So you need to choose something for us to listen to and bring back notes on.
And I thought I possibly ought to choose something. I do have a habit of choosing relatively recent albums.
Okay. Well, yeah,
for this
that's fine.
I think.
Okay.
So I'm going to go for something from a similar period to this.
Ooh.
I know we seem to be sort of quite well in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, but I think kind of a lot of that is because that's what we remember and we hark back on when you're old and grey like us and you want to relive your childhood.
Going out for a walk later.
Yes.
Yes.
Second class stamps only 12p.
I got penny chews when our legs, they were only a
Where
penny.
they were. Oh, halfpenny.
Halfpenny.
A pound note.
What was I talking about
You were
again?
talking about an album. We did a lot
yes,
of albums from
Yeah.
the late 80s.
I think I nominate too many recent albums.
Yes.
So we'll go back to 1989
Okay.
for Move to Move by Con-Can.
Oh, right. Canadians.
Yes.
Canadian Con-Can.
Yes, Canadian Con-Can.
Can.
What's this all about?
Yeah,
Et
so
cetera.
get all the lumberjack jokes.
Yeah. And make sure that at least 2 of the tracks on your 8-track album are in French.
Yes,
And
yes.
everything will be just
Were
peachy.
they Quebecois?
I don't believe so.
Oh, right, okay.
Anyway, we'll find out, won't
Yes,
we, in the
we
next
will
episode?
do.
See? Skill this is.
Well done.
Yes.
Everybody.
Are we going to get that done before our summer break?
Well,
I mean, listen to us. We haven't done an episode in 3 months, and we're now saying we're going to have a summer break. What a pair of
I
wankers.
think if we get our bums in gear,
Yeah.
we will be able to do one.
You can do one.
Do one.
You can do one.
Dare I even say it? We might even get September's done before we go away.
Steady
And
on.
then we'll be refreshed and be able to get September and then October.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I'm optimistic.
There you heard it, folks. Promises, promises. Brought to you exclusively by Albumble.
You find us on Albumble at the place.
Yeah, at Winchester Playhouse. At the Grand Arena
at
Coventry.
Corner Cafe Scarborough. On our summer season.
The
with
Western
Little and
Supermare
Large.
Playhouse. We're doing summer season. It's us.
It's Orville.
Or just
Some
or,
of the Grumbleweeds.
just God. And if we can convince him to come down from South Yorkshire, Bernie Clifton.
And Bin Lorry.
And Bin Laden, right. God.
Right.
Thank you for listening to this
Thank
shambles.
you. We'll go and listen to the back catalogue, and we'll be with you soon.
Soon.
Yes.
And
Au revoir.
if you're really desperate for more of us, go and listen to the Eurovision stuff, because I think we had a pretty good year on it this year.
Because there was less to do, wasn't there? So.
Plus, I could really lay into some of it. So. Right.
Right. Au revoir.
Cheers,
A
mate.
bientôt.
Ta-ra.